A very good afternoon, class. So as you all know, we have started with our SP lesson number 4 subject, chapter 4th. The topic is issue of debentures. So class, in the previous lecture, we were on this particular slide and we stopped on this topic. Provisions for the issue of debentures as per Companies Act 2013, Companies Share Capital and Debenture Rules 2014, and SEBI and RBI regulations. Now class, today's topic is dealing with the first part of the provisions, that is Companies Act 2013. So pay attention as we are moving one by one. So provisions for issue of debentures as per Companies Act 2013. Now, as you all saw, class, it has 9 points in total. So basically, I have prepared a smart code that will help you to remember the pointers. So the smart code here, which I have made for you all, is CID Panti. So there are total 9 points wherein P and D alphabet repeats twice. So pay attention as we are covering all the 9 points one by one. Point number 1, C. Create debenture redemption reserve, that is DRR account. Now what is the DRR account? The company has to create a DRR account out of the profits available for payment of dividends. This money only has to be used for redemption of debentures. As per the company's share capital and debentures rules 2019, MCA, that is Ministry of Corporate Affairs, has removed the DRR requirement for the listed companies, NBFCs and housing finance companies. So basically, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, this we have already seen last year, class. This is the site wherein the company's registration has to be done online. So this particular institute has removed the DRR requirement for the listed companies. That means those companies whose shares are listed on the stock exchange, housing finance companies and non-banking financial corporations. Apart from that, all the companies that is unlisted or say private companies, these companies have to create a DRR account which will specifically be used to make payments of interest or the principal amount of dividend to the creditor's bank. So this is one of the first provisions which has to be complied by the companies. Number 2, I. Impose restrictions. When the debenture trustees are of the opinion that the company's assets are insufficient or likely to become one to redeem the principal amount of debentures, it may approach NCLT, that is National Company Law Tribunal. NCLT can order a company to restrict the incurring further liabilities and protect the interest of the debenture holders. So basically, class, we'll be seeing what is the meaning of debenture trustees in the further points to come. So for the time being, you just have to remember that whenever the trustees feel that the company's assets are insufficient or will not be complete to fulfill or to repay the principal amount of the debentures or interest back to the creditors, they approach NCLT. And then NCLT has got the power to order a company to stop making further liabilities because they are not in a position to pay back the creditors. So this can only be done by NCLT only when the debenture trustees inform or approach NCLT. The third point, debenture certificate. So as you all know, class, when you purchase shares of the company and become the shareholders of the company, you get a share certificate. In the same way, debenture certificate has to be issued to the debenture holders within 6 months from allotment of debentures by the company. The next provision as per Companies Act 2013 is the debenture trustees can approach NCLT as we saw in the previous point. The DTs, that is debenture trustees, have to listen to the grievances or complaints of the debenture holders. If the company defaults in making the payment of the principal amount on maturity or paying proper interest, then the DTs can approach NCLT for redressal or help for repaying the principal amount or interest. So as we saw in the second point, NCLT has got the power to make order or impose restrictions on the company if they feel that the company's assets are insufficient and they are not paying properly to their debenture holders. So whenever the debenture holders complain to the debenture trustees about their complaints or grievances, the debenture trustees go to NCLT for redressal or help in that matter. Next is payment of interest and redemption. A company shall redeem the debentures and pay interest as per the terms and conditions of their issue. As we saw that by rule, each and every company can issue debentures which are redeemable or repayable. So a company can repay the debentures and pay the interest as per the terms and conditions of the issue. So I hope the 5 provisions are clear till now. Moving forward with the next P. Punishments for contraventions of provisions of the Act. So as we saw last year also class, if the company do not comply with any of the legal issues, there will be punishments of paying penalty, fine, or going to jail, that is imprisonment. In the same way, if there is any breach of provisions or conditions which is done by the company related to the Act, then both the company and their officers are likely to be punished. That is either by being fined or imprisonment or even both as prescribed by the Act. So if the company do not comply or fulfill the conditions of the Companies Act 2013 and next 2 to 3 subheadings that we'll be studying in the further lectures, then they will have to get the punishment, bear the punishment. Coming to the most important point which I told you, appointment of debenture trustees. So now we will be seeing what is the meaning of debenture trustees. If the company issues prospectus or invites more than 500 people, either by public offer or its members, then the company has to appoint one or more DTs. So basically, debenture trustees are those people or institutes which are appointed by the company when they issue debentures or prospectus to more than 500 people. Now, if you all paid attention in the 3rd chapter class, we saw that during allotment of shares, if there were oversubscription of shares, the board of directors had to appoint an allotment committee because they could not take the decision of allotting the shares as per themselves. So in that case, they had to appoint an allotment committee which used to take care in case of oversubscription of shares. In the same way, when you are issuing debentures to public or your members, but they exceed 500 number, then you have to make an appointment of one or more DTs. Basically, the trustees protect the interest of the debenture holders, and they are the one to whom the debenture holders will approach when they have got any problem regarding the debenture, principal amount or interest for that matter. The company appoints the DTs by entering into a contract with them, which is known as the debenture trust deed. So I hope class, the debenture trustees point is now clear. Coming to the second last point, no voting rights. This we have already seen in the features of debentures when we were studying chapter number 2. As the debenture holders are the creditors of the company, they do not have any voting rights except in matters which affect them. Hence, the company cannot issue debentures with voting rights. So this is one of the important provisions the company has to keep in mind. Coming to the last point, types of debentures. A company can issue secured, unsecured, full or partial, convertible or non-convertible debentures. To issue convertible debentures, a special resolution has to be passed in the general meeting. all the debentures are redeemable in nature. So by rule, no company can issue irredeemable debentures. Every company has to issue debentures which are redeemable, that is repaid back to the creditors after a certain period of time. So I hope class you all are clear with the provisions and the 9 points and the smart code as well. In tomorrow's session, we'll be covering the next two parts, that is the SEBI and RBI guidelines and also companies, shares and debenture rules 2014. So I hope you all are clear with this 9 points, and the video which was sent to you previously was not that clear. So here is the recorded video again, wherein you can hear my voice clearly, and sorry for the previous video. So you can delete that and refer to this one. So take care. Till then, we meet tomorrow and we stop here for today. Thank you so much.